Hey guys, I know it has been quite some time and so long since I have actually done an update, so it is very, very overdue. So much has happened in the past. I guess it's been 5 months since I uploaded my last video. I had recorded in between, but just never got around to getting the time to actually editing and uploading. Life just got way too hectic. So I'm here today to explain all that, what's been going on. Yeah, we are in a different location. We were hoping to avoid having to come back to Canada, but we have needed to make that tough decision for the time being. I'll get into all of that too, but we are going to start off by backing up right to October when the last time I updated you guys and all the things that have happened since. Okay, so the last video I uploaded, I believe I did mention that we had finally received our sunflower seed, which we had waited so long for, and it was such a hurdle to try to get it out. But if you want an update on all of that, watch my previous video. I think it's the last one I uploaded. But yeah, that took to the market very, very well. It immediately took off like no problem. We went from what we previously had, the quality of that seed, it went from being a 1-day job if you worked from morning till late afternoon. It was a 1-day job, and then it went right into being as busy as a 2 to 3 day job to meet the demand every single week. And later went to being a 4 to 5 day job, especially after Christmas. Like, if you can get any product like that into the Mennonite market, holidays are great for self-promotion. Like, it just happens on its own. Mennonites have so many big gatherings and everything, and whoever hasn't already tried it, whatever, and it's extended family, and there's just large groups of people. We definitely saw it being a huge boost. It went to being 4 to 5 day a week job. Up until about midway through last year, our store that we were running there, it had been doing pretty well, but we were starting to see it trickle down. One of the things that had been holding it afloat, making it worth having it there, was meat. We were able to sell ribs that were from the Chaco region, but there was other competition that had started advertising that they were able to have it, that they had the same thing, but their prices were way better than we were able to have and that we were even able to get it for. So I have no idea how they managed to undercut like that, but they did, and it just made it not feasible whatsoever to have a store open. It was something that really turned into like a hobby for someone that didn't care if they were making money and just needed something to do. It was something like that. So we decided that closing it down was going to be what was best. It was time to just let go of what wasn't going to be coming back. So after about 6 months of it just going downhill, we closed the doors and we're now using the building for our roasting. Previously, the sunflower roasting had been happening in the colony, which where we were living and the store, it was right between the two colonies. So the roasting had been in one colony, we had been right in between. And then we figured if we're doing the roasting anyway and we have this building here, we would move that roasting into that building, which made it literally just down the street, and it was going to be great for our family, and we could get on track with building a routine and really start moving forward, especially as rapidly as the seed was starting to take off, or had been taking off more and more every single month that we had it. Right after, well, I guess it's been about a month and a half since it's fully been moved over there to that location, we ran out of seed. We ran out of 9 tons of sunflower seed in the span of, I would have to say it was exactly 4 months, which is really huge. And we had not been able to order ahead of time well enough in advance to have it the next shipment by the time we ran out of the first one. But the next one is well on its way, and hopefully it's going to be on time. It's showing for mid-April. Hopefully that's the case. But in the meantime, also, we did have the opportunity back in, what was it, October, November, to order another container of other products to distribute. So hopefully that's going to come in the next couple of days sometime. That is what it is set as right now. But we expect it to fully take off the sunflower seed again, right from where it left off pretty much as soon as we get it in. I believe I touched a little bit last time on all of the duties and responsibilities, the day-to-day tasks of running our business fell onto my husband and myself. One of the associates doing that up until that point up until September or October. He went ahead and found a different job to help and alleviate some of the financial strain that our company had, just to make things a little bit easier. It was all becoming too much, having to wait so long for the seed and all that. So that is where I have been the past 5 months. Been extremely busy, and our life just has gone from one thing to the next. So now, just as we were in the process of moving or first shutting down the store, getting rid of all the inventory, and figuring out how we were going to move the roasting over to the new location and everything, we realized that we had come to a point where we had to make a decision what we were going to do about this piece of land that we have in Canada still, that I have mentioned previously. So we still did have our 7+ acres here in Canada. We had previously already actually legally sold it. We had an official offer that we had signed off on, and then after the buyer decided to back out. And we have so far not been able to actually do anything. We've been able to get approvals of what we can use it for, but we have not actually broken ground on anything and haven't been able to sell it as a whole. With the Canadian economy has not been in for it. But the income that we had here, the passive income that was carrying it up until now, it was running up. We knew that. And we didn't want to make a last minute decision to come back here to try to salvage it. The last thing we wanted to do was just lose all of it. And we just wouldn't even feel good about that, for signing a mortgage and just acknowledging that we have the obligation to make those payments. That's just not right in our eyes. So we decided Christmas Day that we needed to come back here, and we knew that we needed to do it quickly. So right after we had decided to close down the store and all that, we started planning for our move back to Canada. We do plan on it being temporary. However we can get rid of it, we will do what we can. And some of it is just kind of waiting it out, and other things are keep pushing different doors, seeing what we can get to go through. Christmas Day, we made the decision. New Year's Day, we bought the tickets. And February 6th, we came back. But yeah, that is where that's at, and that's why we are back here. We're going to make the most of it. We are going to take advantage of what we have to do anyway, and my husband's going to work as hard as he can. We did take out some of that passive income. We did take it out early to be able to purchase a cheap semi. He's going back owner-operator. He's been actually starting that this week. Hopefully that all starts sorting itself out soon. So what is happening with the company while we are not present, especially if we were the ones doing all of the day-to-day tasks? Well, the office stuff and managing all of the background things with the accountants, with anything related to that. We did get an associate that already is an accountant, so he is taking care of all of that, overseeing everything, and just kind of overseeing what the employees need from time to time as well. And then we had employees that helped roasting beforehand already, that we had had the whole time. They are still working for us. And then there was a gentleman in the neighborhood that did not have a job. He was living more of a retired life, but he still liked to tinker around. And if he got a job that was suitable for what he was looking for, he was willing to work, and he was very willing to take over overseeing the roasting and all that, and being the lead on that part of things. So that was very, very good. And he lives just right across the road. It all fell into place very, very smoothly and quickly. And he's also someone who is pretty handy. So anything needs repairs, anything like that, we know we have someone that we can trust and is going to manage things well. Everything did fall into place pretty quickly and pretty smoothly. It was just a matter of getting it all done on time. I think that about covers all of it. I know it's a lot, and in my head it makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you too, all that's been going on and why I've been absent. I know I've had a number of people emailing me asking, when's an update coming, or what are you up to? Like, what's going on? Are you still okay? Whatever. Yeah, we're okay. We've just had a very crazy busy life the last couple of months, and it's hard to keep up. I do think we've been able to take a breather now that we've been here for about a month. For me, life in Paraguay is really busy, and here it's always like, I kind of need something to do. So been able to kind of just clear my mind a little bit from all the chaos, I guess. I love it busy, but at some point it just gets too much. So I don't know if I can keep creating content because I'm kind of pulled out of, well, the entire topic of my video, the entire topic of my channel. So if something comes to mind that I can still share with you guys, I can do that. But otherwise, for the time being, I think the videos are going to be pretty much done until we go back there. And then hopefully we can get back into sharing. So thank you all so much for all the support that you have ever shown. And thank you for the emails. Thank you for the comments, for your concerns. And I wish you all the best of luck. Anyone who is moving there, yeah, just wish you all very well.